Did you know, in Shin Megami Tensei IV, many of the names in the game may be references to the film Ladyhawke, as the names Isabeau, Navarre, and Aquila are all featured names of the film. In Shin Megami Tensei III, the game had a different subtitle as a placeholder before making the final game. This name was Shin Megami Tensei III Vortex, as a reference to the Vortex world. Unlike its predecessors, Shin Megami Tensei III Nocturne seems to borrow heavily from Zoroastrianism to symbolically represent the philosophical works of Friedrich Nietzsche. The game was designed with chaos as its theme, to contrast with the previous game's theme of law. In Megami Imbunoku Persona, the persona featured on the jewel case and in the Revelations Persona exclusive loading screen is Vishnu, renamed Ashura in the English version. The hero's alternate self is seen playing Groove on Fight in the Well of Mind and Souls, also known as Alia Cavern. This reference was carried down to the PSP remake as well. The proper definition for Hallelujah's species is Nephilim, a crossbreed creature born from the union between angels and humans. Nephilim, in the Book of Enoch, are said to be gigantic monsters with an insatiable hunger for meat and a violent nature, which led God into sending the 4 archangels to save humanity from their yoke. Shigenori Sojima, character designer and art director of Persona 4, stated in the annotations of Persona 4's art book that Naoto was originally planned to be a boy. One of Naoto's usable weapons, Athena Kiss R, might be a reference to one of Aegis's weapons, Kiss of Athena, both which take their name of Aegis's ultimate persona, Pallas Athena. In the Japanese version of Persona 4, Chie compares Naoto's family to the Kindaichi family. Kosuke Kindaichi was a character in a series of detective novels that were popular in Japan and later spawned an unofficial spin-off named Hajime Kindaichi. In a special conversation added in Golden, Naoto will compare the protagonist to the hero of a detective novel she read as a child, describing the hero as a cool, tough private detective who made frequently impulsive decisions when pursuing his suspects, and then mention his name as Sam. The name and the description fit Sam Spade, protagonist of the classic novel and film, The Maltese Falcon. This is more explicit in the original Japanese version, where she states Sam's full name. In Persona 4, if the party fails to complete Magatsu Inaba by the 24th of December, Naoto will call that night, saying that shadows have overrun the town and that she can't control them. She will then be heard screaming as she is presumably attacked and killed by a shadow while still on the phone with the protagonist. In Persona 5, Naoto is mentioned on a TV special as the original Detective Prince, who is then succeeded by the next Detective Prince, who is Goro Akechi. Naoto's introduction line in Persona 4 Arena, "The body of a child, the brains of a genius," may be a reference to the Kerned Edogawa of Case Closed. Yumiko Shirasagi was originally planned to appear in Megami Tensei II as an old woman, according to magazine previews, but this idea was scrapped before its release. Yumiko is also one of the names of the bidders at the Devil Auction in the Devil Survivor games. In Shin Megami Tensei, the Law Hero's girlfriend will have the same name as the heroine. The Law Hero's illustration work's name is written as Yoshio, which means good man. A popular rumor for Shin Megami Tensei among the Japanese fans is that there is a possibility of the game's intro freezing and displaying the message "turn it off" repeatedly on the screen. A video was uploaded on Nico Nico Doja showing the message even though it is considered false. As a reference to this rumor, the same message appeared in Persona 4 Arena if the game was played before the official release date. According to Kazuma Kaneko's work 3, Horiko's contrast to Beth is a reference to Lilith, Adam's first wife, who was later replaced by Eve. The whip wrapping around her body symbolizes the snake in Lilith's traditional depiction, while using her womb to give birth to the prototype of the Messiah project is a symbolism of the Virgin Mary. Now it's time for some demon trivia. Did you know? The Archangel's latest design wears an accurate example of a late 14th century suit of armor, sporting one of the most realistic armors in the series. He even wears a sword and dagger like actual knights of the period. When having a favourable conversation with a randomly encountered Ippon Datara in Raido Kusunoha vs King Abaddon, Ippon Datara will sometimes say that he will wear a maid outfit for Raido. Matador's distinct physical attack, Andalusia, is taken from an autonomous region of Spain, famous for its bullfighting events. Matador's sword, espada, literally means sword in Spanish, Portuguese, and Galician. The matador's capote is the English word for muleta, which is a bullfighter's cloak used to hide his sword. In Shin Megami Tensei II Akuma Daishiten, series artist Kazuma Kaneko has explained the upright, spiked hairstyle of High Pixie is purposed to render the word high. Orcus typically has a pig design, but this was given to Hawkus, Orcus's Grecian counterpart, due to plot-related reasons in Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. In the original Shin Megami Tensei, Throne's sprite is a palette-swapped angel. In some official English versions, such as Devil Survivor 2 and Shin Megami Tensei III Nocturne, Suzaku is incorrectly translated as Fuang Hang, one of the 4 benevolent animals of China. In the Japanese version, this demon represents one of the 4 symbols, which is a completely different concept to the other. Fuki's club is shaped like a propeller to denote his attribute of wind. Kazuma Kaneko did not intend Kinki to use any weapon, unlike his fellows, but likely for saving an individual set of skeletal animations, his 3D model is given the same club of Oni, and uses the same attack animation. This design decision continues to Persona 5 when all 3D models and animations were given a revamp. In Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, Picasa has a special move called Bites the Dust, which inflicts explosive damage on opponents. This may be a reference to Part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, as one of the characters, the main antagonist, Yoshikage Kira, has an ability called Bites the Dust that causes explosions. Now, I'd like to wish Larrue a happy birthday by including some facts that I sourced from him, and I will leave his channel and Twitter in the description if you guys are interested to see what he's got. The subtitle for the remaster Break Record, according to Kohigashi, is supposed to invoke the concept of an image breaking through and overclock to indicate becoming powerful and crossing boundaries. Kaneko explains that the concept of eating each other in order to survive, featured in Digital Devil Saga, was inspired by vampirism, and that we as humans do this by draining each other of energy or by eating other things that were previously alive. In an interview regarding Nocturne, Koji Okada claims to have traveled to the Chinese factory where the Demi-Fiend's pre-order figures were being made to make sure that his horn wasn't painted the same color as his hair. According to Kazuma Kaneko, the theme of Persona 2 Innocent Sin is the growth of teenagers and how they conquer their troubles, while the theme of eternal punishment is the realization of one's true self as an adult when one faces reality. Yoshida's design was based on Ernest Borgnine, famous for movies like Marty and the Dirty Dozen, as well as being the voice of Mermaid Man in SpongeBob. Walter's design was inspired by Sid Vicious and Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols. And with that, those were the facts featured in Part 3 of Shin Megami Tensei Trivia. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to help my channel grow. Your guys' support is the greatest thing in the world, and I wouldn't be here without any of you. So pat yourself on the back or give yourself some chocolate, ice cream, whatever. You guys do great. And you all know what's next. I'm Resident Unleashed, your average resident who unleashes their passion for the world to see, and I will see you all next time.